friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind God Updates and God Too, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
They kept sending an 11-year-old troublemaker to his office, so the principal adopted the student. Written by Adam Staten, read by Julie Provost. In this positive news story, the principal adopted the student frequently sent to his office for being a troublemaker. Instead of seeing only the worst, this man acted out of love and kindness, and it made all the difference for 11-year-old Raven. Life can often be a sad and confusing experience, filled with many ups and downs. That is especially true for children who do not receive the proper guidance and attention. They can become sad, lonely, and angry, and act out in wrong and destructive ways. Raven, an 11-year-old girl, was sent to the principal's office for starting a fight with one of her classmates. In a clip posted on YouTube, she admits that she threw yogurt at the student. She was suspended for her behavior. "I was an angry, troubled child," Raven said. But that's when something unexpected happened that changed her life forever. The school's principal noticed Raven sitting outside his office. He said she looked sad, defeated, and without any hope. He struck up a conversation with her and asked her whether she felt her behavior was appropriate. He then learned that Raven lived in a group home. So at that point, I felt like she just needed a hand, needed help, recognized that she needed something to go in her favor. Maybe for once, Jason, the school principal, said. It turned out that Jason and his wife had experienced issues conceiving. And after discussing it as a couple, they decided Raven would become a member of the family. They set out on the path that would eventually result in this student being adopted by the principal. However, it wasn't always easy, especially at first. It was really weird at first because, in my mind, I thought of him as the bad guy, Raven admitted. But Jason's and his wife's love and hospitality put Raven's fear and anxieties to rest. She said they made her feel like a part of the family from the very first moment she met them. After fostering Raven for 2.5 years, she officially became a family member. Jason and his wife adopted Raven. And the once angry, defeated, and suspended young lady had found her forever home and family. All kids, regardless of age, need an opportunity to feel loved, to be successful, and to make something of themselves, Jason said. Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and even when he is old, he will not depart from it. Growing up sailing the world wasn't the dream everyone thought. The truth is, she was trapped. Written by Adam Staten, read by Julie Provost. One woman who, as a child, lived on a boat and sailed around the world, admits for someone on the outside looking in, it might have appeared to be a dream. But she admits that it was anything but, was more of a nightmare scenario. Childhood is a crucial time in every person's life. The experiences and situations and individual encounters during adolescence impact their perspective, behaviors, and the rest of their life. A happy, loving, and carefree childhood is more likely to produce a well-adjusted adult than a horrible childhood. Suzanne Haywood lived for a decade from the age 7 to 17 on a boat, the Wave Walker, with her father, mother, younger brother, and a handful of crew members. Suzanne, after her family set sail from her native England, was forced to give up everything she had known, her friends, her other relatives, and even her dog, according to the Huffington Post. She said that on the boat, she was trapped, confined to remain below deck. While my brother was allowed to help out on deck, I was expected to cook and clean down below for hours each day, she said. As a teenager, Suzanne states that she basically had no privacy on the Wave Walker. I had to share the one working toilet we had on board with my family and up to 8 or 9 crew, and to share a cabin with adult crew members, Suzanne said. Additionally, Suzanne's education suffered. She says that most of the time, she could not go to school. But this didn't stop her from trying, as she attempted correspondence classes and went to school remotely. But that also proved tricky. Getting and sending off her assignments would be impossible if her father changed their port at the last minute. But when Suzanne's brother was 15 and she was 16, their parents left them in New Zealand. Her parents enrolled her brother in school, and she was to look after him. Their father did place some money in a bank account, Suzanne states. Suzanne continued her education and kept reading, trying to acquire as much knowledge as possible. Eventually, she was able to get herself into Oxford University. She graduated from the prestigious institution and earned a doctorate at Cambridge University. Once out of school, she got a job working in the UK government. She then got married and is now a mother of 3. The heart of the man of good sense gets knowledge. The ear of the wise is searching for knowledge. Proverbs 18:15.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.